Very good morning, students. Today we are going to see the continuous questions of exercise 3.3, third bit. Uh, Till the previous class, we have completed up to 5. Today we will be seeing the sixth question, which is important, easiest question. So the question is, 5 years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times of his son. 5 years ago, the Jacob's age will be 7 times of his son. Find the present ages. So by seeing the question, we can guess that there are two people, Jacob and his son. So let us assume first. Let the present age of Jacob is X. Next, his son, present age of Jacob's son, Y. So first concept is talking about 5 years hence. So let us talk about 5 years hence. So what is the meaning of 5 years hence means? After 5 years. We can call the hence word in the mathematics in ages question. Hence can be replaced with after 5 years. After 5 years, what will be the age of Jacob? Now you see me. So age of Jacob will be X plus 5. Next, age of Jacob's son. Age of Jacob's son will be Y plus 5. Now, in the question, according to the question, what is given now? According to the question, so this sentence is completed now. Here, the age of the Jacob. What is the age of the Jacob here? X plus 5. So X plus 5 is equals to how many times? 3 times. So 3 into 3 times of whom? His son. What is the son's age here? Y plus 5. So the equation will be formed as X plus 5 is equals to 3y plus 15. So the equation is X minus 3y is equals to 10. This is the first equation. Okay. Similar case, next here given in the question 5 years ago. So let me write here 5 years ago. We already know, we are very familiar with the word ago. Ago means before 5 years. So before 5 years, first let us say that what is the age of the Jacob and what is the age of his son. Now in this question, according to the question, what is saying 7 times. So instead of 3 times, next the concept came to 7 times. So it means he is comparing in the first case as well as second case same only. But first case is comparing with 3 times and in second case is comparing with 7 times. So age of Jacob, how much it will be? X minus 5. Age of Jacob's son, Y minus 5. According to the question, according to the question, we are going to get X minus 5 is equal to 7 times of Y minus 5. In the question is saying that Jacob's age is 7 times of his son's age. So X minus 5 is equal to 7Y minus 35. So X minus 7Y is equal to minus 35 now. We can write it as minus 30 plus 5 transpose this. Okay, this is equation 2. Now let us solve 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. So let us write X minus 3y is 10. X minus 7y is minus 30. So since it is not cancelling, let us change the symbols, plus, minus, minus, plus, minus also plus. This to get cancelled. So here 3, 7 is 4y is equals to 40. So y is equals to 10. Since we got his son's age as 10 years. Now let us replace this. So substitute y value in equation 1. If you are substituting y value in equation 1, x minus 3 into 10 is equals to 10. So x minus 30 is equals to 10. X is 40 years. X is 40 years. Therefore, lastly, what you have to write? Therefore, the present age of Jacob is 40 years. The present age of Jacob's son. How many years here? 10 years. We'll see the next question, example 13. So it's also one of the important type question, okay? So the question is, the sum of a two-digit number and the number obtained by reversing the digits is 66. So what does it mean? For example, let us take a two-digit number 14. What is the reverse of this number? 41. So now read the question once. The sum of a two-digit number and, so I have written two-digit number, and the number obtained by reversing the digits, I have written the reverse number also. If I do for these two sum, I am getting here answer as 55. But here the digit is 66. So if we don't know what is the two-digit number, we have to find out that. So this is the meaning of the sentence. Next, if the digits of the number differ by 2, means the gap between these two numbers should be 2. 4 minus 1, what is the gap? 3. But in the question is saying that if the digits of the number is differ by 2, so the gap should be 2, for example 24. So here the gap is 2, like that. 64, here also the gap is 2. So like we have various types of numbers with the gap of 2. Okay, 68, yeah, here also the gap of 2. So we have various types of numbers, but we have to get the perfect numbers which is satisfying these two conditions. Find a number and how many numbers are going to there. Okay, let us see. Okay, first, the sum of it, whenever two-digit number question came. First, why? Because if I am writing a two-digit number 25, so what will be there in this two-digit number? There will be ones place or units place as well as tens place. Units place as well as tens place. Means I have to assume the digit in the units place as something and digit in the tens place as something. So there are two numbers which are very different one another. So let the digit in ones place or units place, so we'll assume it as units place, okay? The digit in the units place is x. Let the digit in the units place is x. Next, digit in tens place, we will be assuming it as y. Okay. Now I got what is there in the units place as well as in the tens place. So the number obtained, what will be the number formed? Number formed is, what will be the number formed here? Units place will be as such, tens place will be 10 into 1. Now look at here how we are going to get this. For example, if I am asking you to write 24 is a two-digit number, right? In lower classes we have learned the expanded form. How we will write 24? 2 into 10 plus 4 into 1. Why we will write like this? Why? Because 2 is there in the tens place, I have to multiply with 10. 4 is there in the ones place, I have to multiply with 1. Same concept apply here. So since y is there in the tens place, I have to multiply with 10. Since x is there in the ones place, I have to multiply with 1. X ones are x. That's why I am not mentioning there 1. Next. Now he is talking about the reverse number also. The number formed by reversing the digits. Reversing the digits. So let us see what is the actual scenario of reversing the digits. For example, 48 is the number. If I am reversing the digits means ones place is coming to the tens place and tens place is coming to the ones place. Okay. Here what is there in the ones place? X. X will come in tens place, Y will go in ones place. So what it will become? 10x plus y. 10x plus y. That is the meaning of interchanging, means reversing that number. That's what which is happening in general that we are writing in words. Okay. This is about the total that is there in the question. Now, if I am doing addition, sum of this number and this number, so according to the question, so what is there in the question now? So if I am doing the sum of the original number as well as reverse number, so 10y plus x plus 10x plus y, I am going to get the sum as 66. It is clearly mentioned in the question. So 11x plus 11y is equals to 66. We can take 11 common, x plus y is 66. So x plus y is equals to 6. This is the first equation. Okay. Now, second. He has given that in the question x minus y is 2. This is second equation. Why we are writing directly? Because in the question is clearly mentioning that the difference, the two numbers differ by 2. Differ means difference. So x minus y is 2. My first number is x, second number is y. So x minus y is 2. The difference is 2. So solving 1 and 2. Now let me solve first and second equation. So what I am going to explain, let us see. So x plus y is 6, x minus y is 2. So this will get cancelled. 2x is 8, so x is 4. So substitute x equals to 4 in equation 1. What we are going to obtain? C. So that is 4 plus y is 6, so y value is 2. Therefore, the number, find the number is asking, what is the number we have assumed? 10y plus x. So that is 10 into 2 plus x is 4. So 20 plus 4, which is 24. So this is the number of 10. Means we are going to replace x and y values in the original number. He is asking how many such numbers are there. The numbers are, one is 24, the second one will be 42. The reverse of that number will be also possible. Next, let us see exercise 3.4 second bit first question. Already we have done yesterday numerator and denominator question. Today we will see another question. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, the fraction is going to become 1. And the fraction is going to become 1 by 2 if 1 is added to only denominator. He is not at all talking about numerator. What is the fraction? So in a fraction we will have numerator and denominator. Let the numerator will be x. So denominator is y. So this is what. So according to the question, now let us write according to question. So we'll write two equations at once. So x by y is the fraction and the fraction is going to become 1. When it is going to become 1? If 1 is added to the numerator and 1 is subtracted from the denominator. So please see carefully. 1 we have to add to the numerator. I am adding plus 1, and 1 should be subtracted from the denominator, y minus 1. So how the equation will become here? X plus 1 is equals to y minus 1. So x minus y is equals to minus 2. This is the first equation. Next, let us see the second equation. It becomes 1 by 2. The fraction is going to become 1 by 2. When it is going to become 1 by 2? If we are adding 1 to the denominator, means y plus 1. We should not do anything for the numerator. So cross multiplication, it will become 2x is equals to y plus 1. So the equation is 2x minus y is equals to 1. Mark it as second equation. This mark it as first equation. Okay. Now solving 1 and 2. Solving first and second equation. So it is going to become x minus y is minus 2. 2x minus y is 1. So change the symbols, no need of multiplying any number. Directly it is getting cancelled. X minus 2x is minus x minus 3. Minus minus gets cancelled. So we got x value as 3. Okay. Now substitute x is equals to 3 in equation 1. So 3 minus y is equals to minus 2. Minus y is equals to minus 2 minus 3, y is equals to 5. Therefore, the fraction is nothing but what we are going to denote by x by y. So what is your x value here? 5 by 3. Sorry, here x value is 3, right? We have written reverse, 3 by 5. Okay. Next, let us see this fourth question, third bit fourth. So it's a means all the questions which are coming in this chapter will be all real life questions, what we are experiencing in our real life. We just here this scenario. Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. So she is going to withdraw how many rupees here? 2000 rupees she is going to withdraw. She asked the cashier to give the denomination, means she wants the notes in terms of only 50 rupees and 100 rupees notes only. So totally she got 25 notes. We don't know how many 50 rupees notes the cashier has given or how many 100 rupees notes the cashier has given. So find how many notes of rupees 50 and 100 rupees she has received. So it's one of the easiest question and one of the important question as well. So it's a real life situation. Examiner will stress more on these questions. So total amount of money. So he is talking in the question about the denominator. He wants denominations in the terms of rupees 50 and rupees 100. So let the number of notes in what denomination? In rupees 50 denomination. In rupees 50 denomination. What is that? Yes. Same. The number of notes in rupees 100 denomination is y. Now totally how many notes are there? 25. So according to the question, x plus y is 25. This is the first equation. Now coming to the second equation, how many rupees we want here? 2000 rupees we want. This is total money. So 2000 rupees we want. How we are going to get the 2000 rupees? We have 50 rupees. So 50 I am assuming it as what? X. 50 denomination is x. Means if I am getting 1 rupee means 50 into 1, 50 into 2, 50 into 3, 50 into 4 like that. So I don't know how many rupees notes are there. That's why I'll assume it as 50x. Here 100y. So look at here. These are the number of notes. This is also notes. Here total money. Here total money. Here also total money. Like that equation should be formed. So if I cancel the second equation, if I cancel the downside, how it will be reduced here? So I can cancel in 50 table. So 51s are 50, 52s are 100, and 55 40s. Okay. Yeah. So this is the equation 2 and this is the equation 1. So solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. How we are going to solve here? X plus y is 25. X plus 2y is 40. Plus becomes minus, plus becomes minus, plus becomes minus. This two gets cancelled. So what is that here? Minus y is equals to minus 15. Y gets y is 15. Okay. After getting y value, substitute y value in equation 2. What we are going to get here? X plus 2 into 15 is equals to 40. So x plus 30 is equals to 40. So x value is 10. So therefore number of 50 rupees notes is how many? Number of 50 rupees notes, which is x value. What is x value here? 10. Number of rupees 100 notes. How many 100 rupees notes you have given? 15. Now, for clarity, we have 2000 rupees. Now, 50 into 10 will be 500 rupees. 100 into 15 will be 1500 rupees. 1500 plus 500 will be 2000 rupees. Like that also we can verify.